The sun had barely risen over the Middle East when the tension in the skies reached a breaking point. Israeli bomber jets, sleek and armed with advanced electronic warfare systems, soared high above the desert, cutting across the airspace with a sense of purpose. Their target lay deep within Iranian territory, a site believed to be housing a new generation of missile development facilities. The operation had been planned with precision, involving top pilots and advanced stealth technologies, hoping to deliver a crippling blow to Iran's long-range capabilities. But unknown to the Israeli command, Iran had been quietly reinforcing its air defense grid for months. Drawing upon intelligence, local radar upgrades, and satellite data, the Iranians had anticipated a possible strike. Deep within a fortified military base, Iranian commanders monitored the skies, their fingers hovering above activation keys of the Bavar 373 and Khordad-15 missile systems. Alongside them, long-range ballistic missiles fitted with advanced radar-guided seekers sat upright, primed and ready. As the Israeli jets approached the outskirts of Isfahan, flying low to avoid radar detection, a sudden signal lit up the Iranian command center. One of the radar installations, hidden in the mountainous terrain, had locked onto multiple fast-moving targets. Within seconds, orders were relayed. The crews sprang into action. The launch sequence was initiated. With a deafening roar, the Iranian ballistic missiles ignited, ascending into the morning sky like arrows of fire. These weren't just conventional air defense weapons. They had been upgraded with enhanced tracking systems designed to target even fast-moving aircraft at high altitudes. The Israeli pilots, trained for such situations, broke formation and deployed countermeasures. Flares burst from their wings, electronic jammers flooded the airwaves, and evasive maneuvers sent the jets twisting through the clouds. But the Iranian missiles had already acquired their targets. One by one, fireballs erupted across the sky. The first Israeli jet, a modified F-15I carrying bunker buster munitions, was hit near its tail. The explosion tore through the fuselage, sending it spiraling toward the earth in flames. A second jet, attempting a hard bank to avoid the incoming threat, found itself tracked by two missiles simultaneously. Despite desperate measures, one of the warheads detonated just meters from the cockpit, causing catastrophic damage. Iranian media was already receiving real-time updates from military sources. Within an hour, headlines declared the destruction of multiple Israeli aircraft. Broadcasts showed video of the missile launches, followed by footage of wreckage smoldering in the desert. Israeli authorities, initially silent, were forced to acknowledge the loss of aircraft and crews. A somber press conference confirmed that several elite pilots were missing in action, presumed dead. The international community reacted with alarm. In Tel Aviv, emergency meetings were held to assess the implications. Intelligence agencies scrambled to understand how Iranian defenses had been so effective, while political leaders weighed a potential retaliatory response. In Tehran, celebrations erupted in some quarters, where the successful defense was seen as a symbol of resistance against foreign aggression. Yet beneath the surface, both nations understood what this meant. The skies over the region had changed. The myth of air superiority was shattered. Iran's missile systems had not only detected and tracked one of the most sophisticated air forces in the world but had dealt a crippling blow without deploying a single aircraft of its own. Reports emerged that at least 5 Israeli jets were destroyed or severely damaged. Satellite imagery captured from international sources showed debris fields across miles of Iranian territory. Rescue and recovery missions were launched, but hopes were slim. Iran's forces secured the wreckage, inspecting charred remnants for clues about Israeli technology and tactics. The event triggered a wave of diplomatic activity. Some nations called for restraint, fearing a broader war. Others saw the incident as a sign that the balance of power in the region was shifting. Analysts on global news outlets debated the effectiveness of modern ballistic missile systems versus traditional air superiority platforms. Military experts pointed to a new era of conflict, one where ground-based missile forces could nullify even the most advanced jets. As night fell, the wreckage of the Israeli jets lay scattered across Iranian soil, a silent testament to the brutal efficiency of the strike. In their command centers, Iranian officers reviewed footage of the engagements, refining their protocols for future defense. In Israel, flags flew at half-mast for the fallen airmen, and questions loomed over how the mission had been compromised. No one could say what the next move would be. But all knew one truth: an invisible line had been crossed, and the future of aerial warfare in the Middle East would never be the same again.